Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. Welcome. This is a continuation of the 7 churches exposed. Today's topic, Satan. Alright, brothers and sisters. Satan, your enemy, the one who has stolen your identity, claiming to be you, claiming to be God's chosen people, claiming to be Israel, but he's false Israel. He's not who he claimed to be. He's Satan. So the job is to make you aware of that. Explain to you who your enemy is, which is Satan, the one who has robbed our nation and stolen our birthright. So the job is to make you aware of that, to reveal this, expose and address Satan, attack, target, highlight Satan, to magnify, to penetrate, and narrow down who Satan is. You see? To bring Satan down, to chip and tear at the face of Satan. Peel back and break the mask and reveal Satan and those hiding behind Satan. Those devils, the same ones that snatched you from your land and terrorized and tortured you for 400 years here in America. You see, performed the Holocaust on you. Torture, torment, misery, oppression, rape, hanged, being hung, burnt alive, killed our babies, raped our babies. You see? Did all these foul things to you, unimaginable, something you can't even imagine. Completely dehumanized you past imaginable, right? And these are the ones hiding behind Satan. They're the ones who built Satan, built them up. You see? They're the ones who established them. Why? We'll get to that in a minute. But let's focus on Satan. Shining that light on Satan. You see, revealing the truth that Satan is false. And how do I know that? Because that's what the 7 churches say. It tells you in the book of Revelations, chapters 2 and 3, which is the book of the 7 churches. It tells you in verse 9, both chapters, that they're not who they claim to be, that they're lying, that they're Satan. It says right here, it says, of the ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. You see? They're the ones saying themselves Jews to be. Isn't that false Israel? Aren't they the ones that claim to be Jews? And it says the ones who claim to be Jews, and not they are, but they are lying. You see? And it says the blasphemy. Out of the ones saying, see, the blasphemy is an act against God. An act. They're saying, that's the act. They're lying, saying that they're Jews. Right? And they're the ones that's claiming to be Jews, right? And it says what? They're saying that they're Jews. They're saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but synagogue of the Satan. Aren't the Jews, the false Israel, aren't they the ones with synagogues? And what does it say? It says, I am giving out of the synagogue of Satan, the worshiping sinners of Satan. You see? The synagogue of Satan. Those claim to be Jews, but they are not. They are lying. They are Satan. See? That's why it says, as many ones as not are having the teaching this of the seven churches, who not know the things deep of Satan. You see? Who not they knew the things deep of the Satan. You see? Who not they knew the things deep of the Satan. As Satan was masquerading as an angel of light, but he was indeed Satan who invested in your destruction 100%. Who stole your identity. But he was Satan. So that's what we're doing. Exposing, addressing, attacking Satan. Taking Satan down. Here's more identification that false Israel they're not who they claim to be. It says it in their name. False. Who the hell in their right mind when they name false? False Israel. Which means is not real. Then check this out. Look how they spell real. Look how they spell real. It's spelled wrong. These vowels should be flipped. If anything is for something to be real, it should be spelled like this. REAL is real. You see? Israel. More proof that they're not who they claim to be. Because if it was real, they spelled it real. They would have spelled it the right way. They spelled it incorrect, which is another identification that they're not who they claim to be. They're false. They're Satan. Then it says here, Jewish. You see? They're the Jewish people, right? You see? Wish. We know that nothing comes from wishing or praying. You can wish and pray all you want, but nothing ever comes from wishing or praying. You see? You can have the desire or the hope for something to happen and pray and wish, and you're longing for and hoping and praying and wishing, and nothing ever come from wishes and prayers. You have to do it. Things have to be made happen. You got to make stuff happen. You see? Ain't nothing came out of wishes and prayers. You see? Ain't nothing ever came into existence from praying and wishing. It comes from actions. Doing. Physically making things happen. You see? So they can wish that they were Jews. But it says what? It says, as many ones as not are having the teaching this, who not they knew the things deep of the Satan. For even Satan disguised himself as an angel of light, but he was indeed Satan, who was the God of this world. And it says he wished he was a Jew, but it says what? That he was not. He's lying. And it says, and out of the blasphemy out of one saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but Satan. You see? It's clear. See? Jesus said it. This is what Jesus said. You see? So you gonna argue with Jesus? You arguing with Jesus? You see? You saying Jesus a liar? This is what Jesus said. Jesus said that that is Satan. So this is more identification that they're not who they claim to be. They're Satan. The one who has stolen your identity. The one who has trashed your identity. Claiming to be you. Torching your identity. You see? But he's Satan. Because, like I said, they built this illusion because they found out who you were. They found out that you was the true seed of Abraham. You see? So they established them in that land. And they countered your claim and built them. And because they were cursing God's people. And it says, curse those who curse Israel. So they can't be cursed. So they built that illusion. They built their own reality, their own ideology. They built that idea that false Israel was the true seed of Abraham because it said, bless those who bless Israel. You get it? So they're blessed. You see? And who are you? You're nothing. You're worthless. You're cursed. You curse him. Cursed to be slaves forever. You see? That's how they justify doing all these things to you. Because God cursed you. God hated you. So who are you? You're nothing. You see? It's not true. But that's what they utilize to attack you, to tear you down, to destroy you. And that's why you're being attacked. That's why you're constantly under attack. That's why they feed you Christianity. That's why they feed you the American dream. That's why they spoon feed you scoops of the American dream and Christianity, which is a tool to psychologically terrorize and torture you with hell. With the Christianity, they psychologically terrorize you and torture you with hell. In the American dream, they have you pushing your destruction. You see? It's all a tactic to destroy you. Have you misuse your energy? You see, have you going in the wrong direction? All tailored to destroy you. This whole thing is tailored to destroy you. It's a dream. All this stuff is a nightmare. You see? It said a people without a vision will perish. And they don't give you a vision, they give you a dream. Because they want you to perish. And Satan working 24/7 to destroy you. You see? Working. Tired. Working endlessly to destroy you. You see? Pushing the music. Pushing the social media. Pushing the media, the mainstream media. And in the television, entertainment, this, everything you're watching and seeing. He's the one controlling. He's the one having you acting other than yourself. Committing fornication and eating things sacrificed to idols. Taking in information, taking in bad information, and acting other than yourself. You see? Everything you're taking in, and he's giving you all the bad information, and so you're making bad decisions. You're coming up with bad answers. You're doing things that's other than yourself, which is causing you to be in self-destruct mode. And not only that, he put the demons in your face because those are his black-faced Satan children. Black-faced devil Satan children. I know it's a lot, right? But they the ones put the demons in your way. The fall causer. They the ones that threw the fall causer in your sight, in the sight of the sons of Israel, which is you. Threw it in your sight. Threw them in your way. You see? They was the ones in cahoots with them that they had, using them as role models and examples and putting them in front of you as role models and examples and this and that, so you can act on yourself. Showing they are the representation of you, and they're clowns, hoes, pimps, dummies, homosexuals, punks. You see, prostitutes, drug dealers, this, that. You see, all the torture and tear up your image to mess up your credibility, because that way when you come back and say, hey, once you get the truth shall set you free, then you rise up and you say, he stole my identity. They won't believe you because you lost all credibility. You're not God's chosen people. You're not modest people. You're not righteous people. You're wicked. You're evil. You're sinful. You see? That's what they say. You're sinful. You're wicked. You're evil. You see? You're hoes. You're pimps. You're dummies. You're idiots. You're stupid. You count on other people to produce for you. You don't produce a damn thing. You don't do nothing. You're a bunch of consumers. You're nothing. You see? This is the condition they put you in. So when they finally do away with you, no one gives a damn. Everybody was happy to do it. Everybody was happy that you're gone because you were worthless. But that's what they did to you. You're not really worthless, brothers and sisters. You're blessed. You see, you just need the right information, good information. You need that way you can go the right direction. That way you can, Then you start moving in the right direction. But they don't really want you. They don't want you really moving in the right direction anyway, because the right direction is their destruction. You see, so it's all a tactic to destroy you. Period. They can't have you pushing your vision because that's their destruction. You get it? They can't have you doing it. So Satan gonna keep being Satan, and the demons gonna keep helping Satan because that's their daddies. They Satan daddies. You see? Louis Farrakhan, son of a devil, father named Percival Clark, a Portuguese Jew. You see? And he said that some of the Jews are good. It's just a satanic one. No. That's not what the scriptures say. The scriptures say that that none of them are righteous. No, not one. It says there is none that does good. No, not so much as one. You see, they all evil, sick, twisted, weak, wicked. You see, they all Satan. Not some of them, not a few of them, all of them. You see, and they here to destroy you. They fully invested in your destruction. Invested in the slave trade, 100%. Invested in making fun of you. Made riches off making fun of you. Al Jolson, blackface, making fun of your misery. Then they put the demons in the actual spotlight because they did a better job at doing black. No more pretending to be blackface. It was blackface. It was actual black people looking like clowns now. See, look. So now they got more proof that these niggas is clowns. Look at them. They fools. They idiots. They dummies. They hoes. They prostitutes. They junkies. They savages. And you see, the demons is helping along. Living in Master's house. Destroying you. You see? Using all these trinkets and rewards and all these things making you feel like you can get here one day. By making fun of you. By making fun of yourself. By being a clown. By terrorizing and torturing. Helping terrorize and torture your people by utilizing and selling out your people. You see, if you're original, it's not really a sellout. If you're a demon, you're a devil in black skin. So you're doing exactly what you're designed for. You see, which is to blend in our nation and kill us, and be a cancer to the body, which is harmful to our body. You see, that's the danger. But these demons, they go in undetected. You can't detect them if you don't know how to detect them. First you got to know that they exist, which our people don't. They don't know that demons exist. They don't know nothing about demons. You see, they think demons is you're fighting them, fighting spooks and spirits. You're fighting demons and devils. The demons and devils right in front of you, physical people. The demons look like me and you, but they're not us. They're not. You see? They're all skin folk ain't kinfolk. They wolves in sheep clothing. They masses black-faced children from the rape of the black woman. They look like me and you, but they ain't. They cancel the body. You see? They stopping us from uniting. They're coming in and causing friction. They're interfering. They're the ones causing the crime. They're the reason why so much hate in the black community, because they're devils and you can't identify them. It's like cancer. The healthy cells can't identify the cancer cells because they camouflage in with the other cells, and they attack them. That's exactly what the demons are doing. That's why we had to get rid of them. You see, you got to get rid of them. You got to be able to identify your enemies. It's easy to identify these demons, but that's another segment, brothers and sisters. Let's focus on Satan, the one who has stolen your identity. Claiming to be you. See? So either way, here is the seed of Abraham's vision. So they should be able to fit this like a glove because they claim to be true seed of Abraham, right? So they should be able to fit this. Let's go for it. It says, know of a surety that thy seed. Let's just stop right there. That thy seed, this is speaking to thy seed of Abraham, said, and God said unto Abram, which is Abraham. He just called him Abram because he was split from his seed until he unite with his seed. Then he's called Abraham again. So for now he's called Abram. So he's speaking about Abraham, the seed of Abraham. Know of surety, which means be certain that thy seed of Abraham. So this is who it's speaking to. So let's just go based off the conversation Jesus had with the Jews. Right? And we know that the Jews aren't who they claim to be. They're Satan. So then Jesus said what? If they're not, they're Satan. He said, your father's the devil. See? So that, right off the bat, they don't fit the description. Because this is just talking to the seed of Abraham. It says, and they are the seed of the devil. So it's clear. They already don't even fit the description of the Abrahamic covenant. Then it says what? It says, thy seed shall be sojourners in a land that is not theirs. Okay, sojourners, meaning to be temporary in a land that is not theirs. Strangers, foreign, in foreign land. Strangers in a foreign land, you see? You should be in a strange land, a foreign land. temporarily in a strange, foreign land that is not theirs. That's what it's saying. Okay, so they claim had to be in. Let's back up. They claim to have been the Egyptians, or they claim to have been the Israelites. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. They claim to have been the Israelites who were delivered out of Egypt, right? Because they already claim these things already happened. So they claim that Exodus already took place. So they're claiming that they already was delivered. And so, okay, let's go with that. So they was delivered out of Egypt into Palestine, right? Okay. Well, it says temporary land is not theirs. Well, isn't that still technically still the same land? Ain't that next door? Ain't that right across the street? That's not too far from Egypt. Right? That's right across the street. That's right next door. That's not a land that's not theirs. It's still the same land. You see? Which is another indication that they're not who they claim to be. Because if it was foreign or strange, it would be from east to west or west to east. You see? So this is another identification that they're not who they claim to be, because they're still sitting in the same region. They're still sitting over there in that same area. You see? So it says what? Also, it says that the seed of Abraham would go through servitude and affliction for 400 years. Right? Okay, so how long was the Holocaust? Let's just go based off that. I don't think it was no more than 10 years. Probably 5-6 years or so. All right? At the hands of what they've done to themselves for betraying the German Jews. Right? They betrayed their country. You see? I won't even go into that. But they did that to themselves. You see? So when Hitler rose to power, he promised to get them back. Get it back in blood, which is a universal concept to get rid of traitors. Get rid of them. You get rid of that situation. So that's exactly what happened to them. You see, they was going through all these things because of what they've done, what they did. They betrayed the German Jews during World War I against Britain, helped Britain win that war. So, the Holocaust, which they played as a sympathy card, which they deserved, only happened for 5-6 years or so. But it says 400 years. So right off the bat, they don't fit that description. And then Jesus had the conversation with them. Same time he said, your father's the devil. Then he said, the truth shall set you free. Right? And they was confused. Because it said none of them understand. Because they got a different nature. They don't understand because they don't have the same brain. They got a different brain. They got different. They think differently. You see? And he said, the truth shall set you free. They didn't understand. They was confused. What truth? They like, what you mean this set you free? We were never enslaved. We were never in bondage to any man. They said they claimed that they were never in bondage, which is part of the Abraham covenant. Said that you'd be in servitude, which is bondage, for 400 years. So this is another indication that they're not who they claim to be. They're false. They're Satan. You see? And it says also that nation whom they serve will I judge. So that's the judgment started in 2020. 1619, 2019, that's 400 years. 2020, the year of judgment. The plague that would kill the firstborn, meaning the elderly, but pass over those with the lamb's blood, meaning it would pass over those that had the same DNA as the lamb, had the same DNA as the Lamb of God, right? So this was supposed to pass over the America. It's supposed to pass over the European. The Caucasian nations, supposed to pass over these devils, supposed to pass over false Israel, supposed to pass over Satan, but it didn't. It didn't pass over them. It hit them. But who did it pass over? Pass over the original black man and woman of America, not the demons. The original black man and woman of America passed over Africa, passed over Haiti, passed over them because we see African Haiti. Them are our brothers. They have the same DNA as us. It passed over us because we got the same DNA as the Lamb, but it didn't pass over them. And that was a clear sign to them that they were in trouble, that their days were shortened, and they had to bust a move because their time was limited, because now they knew that they were under judgment. And what did it say? I will judge what? That nation whom they serve. So that lets you know that's another indication that they're not who they claim to be, because why are they under judgment? The people who did these things to them should be under judgment. Who did these things to them during the Holocaust or whatever the case may be should have been under judgment. Or these things already happened, right? That's another thing. They already claim these things happen already. So why are they under judgment? You see? Which is another indication that they're lying. They're always lying. Because they know they're in trouble. And it says, and afterwards they shall come out. After the 400 years, they should come out. So they should be coming out right now. But they've already claimed they've come out. They've claimed that they already went to Palestine, right? They've already coming out. But they supposed to wait after the 400 years. But they only went the 5-6 years of the Holocaust. You see? But they already came out. They've already did their thing, right? They've already exited. You see, which is another lie. They try to say the Bible is past tense, but it's future tense. We're living out the scriptures. We're living out Exodus. We're living out Revelations. We're living out these things. You see? So, they're liars. You see? And then also, wasn't God supposed to give them the land? How did they get the land? How did they get Palestine? They took it with force. They forced the Palestinians off their land and forced them into concentration camp. Forced them into Gaza. Killed their people. You see? And forced them and took that land. They blessed themselves. They didn't wait on God to do it. They blessed themselves. Then not only that, God told you where He give them the land. You see? So they sitting. Are they sitting in the right land? Let's check it out. It says in the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, unto thy seed have I given this land from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates. Okay, so if you take a map, look at those coordinates that I just said, those two rivers, it's going to lead you to Arabia, Great Arabia. But they sitting in little Palestine. Well, man, that's deep. They sitting in the wrong land. You see? That's the wrong land. They supposed to be sitting in Great Arabia. They sitting in the wrong land. What's that about? See? Not only did they not wait for God to bless them, they sitting in the wrong damn land. Which is another indication that they're not who they claim to be. They're Satan. You see? Weak, wicked, evil, twisted, killers, killing babies. You see? Know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by their works. Aren't they killing innocent women and children? Didn't they oppress the Palestinians for 70 plus years? Aren't they blowing up women and children today as we speak? Killing and starving them out? Ain't that what they doing? You see? Is that the works of Jesus? That sound like the works of Jesus? Or does it sound like Satan? You see? Because that's what's taking place right now. The abomination of desolation in Gaza. What they're doing to the Palestinians. Killing them. Committing genocide on them. The abomination which causes disgust and hate. See? Towards the Israelis. Against Satan. Because they're killing the Palestinians. Desolation. Destruction. Is their destruction of the Palestinians, committing genocide and killing them. You see? Which is the greatest sign for our time. Because it's letting you know that the destruction of false Israel is right around the corner. And when that event happened, blacks need to know, because that directly affects you. You understand? All this stuff is centered around you. Everything that's taking place in the Middle East is centered around your covenant. Centered around what happened to you. You understand? And this is an important sign for you, because the abomination of desolation in Gaza is a reflection of what's going to take place to Israel. Because when 2020 came, it said all things will fail. Everything will backfire. It said they'll inherit what they say and do. And now they're committing genocide. They murdering, starving, and killing, and doing all these things to the Palestinians. And it's going to backfire. It's going to backfire. Right? It's going to boomerang. It's going to knock them back. You see? They going to reap what they sow. You see? They going to get what's coming to them. You see? And that's headed their way. Their destruction. See? This is what the pastors and the preachers and the reverends and the doc and the spiritual leaders, the so-called folk, woke folk, fake woke folk, everybody, the black, so-called black leaders and activists, this is what they should be speaking about. What's taking place right now, the greatest sign in history, in today's time, right now, which is a clear sign that you're in danger, black people. The abomination of desolation in Gaza, which is a reflection of the consequence that's coming back at them. That what they say and do, they will inherit. Means it's going to happen to them. So let's check it out. Look at them. All this destruction. It's like the worst of Jesus, or just like the works of Satan, hatred, disgust, cruelty, looking for his loved ones. This is what so-called God's chosen people are doing in Palestine. It's what they're doing to them. Their actions aren't matching up with their image anymore. Know them by their works. Know a tree by the fruit it bears. Look at all this hate, all this cruelty, all this evil. What they're doing to them, just like the works of Jesus, Satan. That's what it says. Go look into it deeper. Let's look at it. Look at it. Let me zoom in for you. Take a look at it. Just look at it. You see it? This is what they're doing to the people in Palestine. Look at it. You see? This is abomination of desolation. Look at it. Look. Look at this. You see this? Do you see that look? Do you see this? Do they look happy? They're injured, hurt, starving, malnutrition, dehydrated. See? Starving to death, hurt. You see? Miserable, depressed, dissatisfied, completely destroyed. You see? Let's go into this. The staple, which is this 10-year-old boy showing you more of their hatred. Look at this boy. They starved him to death. Look at him. It's like the works of Jesus, Satan. You see? Said none of them are good. Not one. None of them are righteous. None of them. It said that none of them understand. They can't. They wicked. Look how wicked they are. It said none of them seek. They said none of them seek after God. They had no fear of consequence before their eyes. Look at what they're doing. Does this look like the works of Jesus? It says none of them are righteous. That there is none that does good. No, not so much as one. You see it? This is what they're doing. This is what God's so-called people are doing. You see? Which is going to backfire on them. It's going to take place to them. Everything that you see happening in Palestine is going to happen to them. And that's what we're getting at. That's the event our people need to know. Don't worry about that. That's the most, right. That's the sign for this time, the greatest sign for this time, which is the abomination of desolation that's happening in Gaza, because it's a reflection of what's going to take place to them. And that's when it says, what? When you see Jerusalem being surrounded by armies, then know that the destruction is near. You will know that its destruction is near. You see? Because the situation that they're doing is going to cause these things. What they're doing, they're going to reap what they sow. It's coming back at them. You think they can't get away with this? It's not something they're getting away with. And it says, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that this destruction is near. It says, and that's when it said, who controls Jerusalem? Jerusalem is the capital of what? False Israel, which means that Satan, false Israel, is going to be destroyed, not redeemed or punished but destroyed, which proves that they're not who they claim to be. They're not the true seed of Abraham, because it says what? Once God placed them in their land, placed the true seed of Abraham in their land, they're not to be uprooted or removed. So if that happens, then that means what? That they were false, that they were Satan, and that wasn't supposed to happen. That's an abomination of desolation. Abomination is something that's not supposed to happen. Desolation is their destruction. That wasn't supposed to happen. And so that's going to send shockwaves through the planet, because the ideology of this reality is set up that false Israel is the true seed of Abraham. See? Which was their safety net, which was their beam of balance, which kept them walking straight. Now they walking on a crooked path, and they built their own stair step to make them seem as if they were walking down the straight and narrow. And then you move the created stair out the way, and now they back crooked. You understand? Because they were crooked, twisted, evil, wicked monsters. You understand? Who was walking, who had a built-in stair to walk, to make it seem as the appearance that they were walking down the straight and narrow. See, that was they built their own idea, their own concept. They created that situation to bless themselves. That was their, like I said, beam of balance, their mental balance. Made them feel better, made them feel good, made them feel blessed, made them feel like they were spiritual seed of Abraham, made them feel like when God came back, he was going to destroy their enemies and they're going to be raptured up into heaven. And now they find out that they're cursed, because now when false Israel is destroyed, they're in trouble. You see? Which is going to happen. Which is the imminent war against Iran and false Israel. Iran destroys them. Iran's the underdog. No one's going to see it coming. It's going to send shockwaves to the planet, because they're going to go insane. They're going to find out that they were fake. You see? Everybody's going to find out that Satan, false Israel, was Satan. He wasn't God's chosen people. So who has second claim? You. So now they find out that you are Israel, who they've been terrorizing and torturing and making miserable for 400 plus years. So now it says, curse those who curse Israel. So now you understand? That means they're cursed. That means they're on their way to hell. Their forefathers, who they thought was in heaven, is in hell. Where they on their way to? They're on their way to hell. You understand? And you're the cause of it. You understand? Because you're the personification of their judgment. It says, do unto them as was done to you. It said, what? They cut out your tongue, right? So now you here to cut their tongue out. You see? Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You gonna be the one to do it. So now they get the call that you the reason that they're going through all this hell and turmoil. They said, oh, damn it. These goddamn niggas. You understand? So they're gonna bust the move. They're going to come kill you. They're going to take you out of existence. Wipe you out. No more sugarcoating. No more sweetener. You see? Because they can't let that idea spread that you're the true seed of Abraham, because that means that they're in hell. That they got to accept their judgment. That they're going straight to hell. That they're destined and they're, right. That their fate is sealed. That they're going to hell. They're going to be terrorized and tortured. You see? By you. The ones that they hated the most. You see, they can't believe it. They can't let that idea spread. They got to come out and take you out. They got to try to gain control. They lost control. And you see their ideology being completely shattered. Now you're the true seed of Abraham. Oh, no. They got to go to try to reclaim that and kill you, take you out of existence, wipe you out, get rid of you, get rid of the evidence. You see? Get rid of you. Now, that's the situation. That's why it says, my people are lost from the lack of knowledge. Lost from the lack of knowledge of what? That once false Israel is destroyed by Iran, destroyed by the Almighty God and his angels, Iran and Syria, that is going to trigger the attack of all blacks. And that's when it says, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, it says, flee! 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 It says, go, 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 go. Get out. Get out of the inner cities. Get into the inner cities. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. Get out of the suburbs. Get out of their communities. Get out of their neighborhoods. Get away from these damn devils, because once they find out who you are, you're dead. You understand? Because they whole mind has been shaken. Their whole hearts has been shaken. The truth had hit them hard. They found out who they are. They hideous, ugly monsters who is terrorizing, torturing God's people day in, day out. No remorse, no mercy, no nothing. Straight hell. And now hell is headed their way. And you're the damn cause of it. You understand? So now, all the time, all that pussyfooting around, all that playing around, all that doing it the way you don't see coming. No, they doing it right at you. Now they was putting the knife in your neck, in the back of your neck. Now they sticking it right in your throat. Right in your throat. While they looking you right in your eyeballs. Now, ain't no more joking around. And that's why it says flee. It said don't go back to get your baby. That's how deep this situation is. It's urgent. Don't go back to get your baby. Do you understand how deep that is? Don't go back to get your baby. That's why I keep my babies with me anyway. I keep my kids with me 24/7. That's the sacrifice I make anyway. So, whatever my job is, it better be close. You see? But that's the time we're living in. Don't go back to get your babies. Don't go back to get nothing. Don't get nothing. Not even your baby. So you know how many people are going to lose their lives? It said don't hesitate. If you hesitate, you lose your life. That's why our people supposed to know that this sign right now, this sign that's happening in Gaza, this abomination desolation in Gaza, our people supposed to know about this right now so they can get the moving. So they can start to transition into the inner cities, get the moving into the inner cities, so they can get away from their enemies. You understand? Because they're gonna kill you. Once false Israel go down, it's over. Once they go under siege and they destroy, flee. That's when I said flee. Because now they coming at you full blown, about to take your life away. You understand? Because now their reality is destroyed. That means that they're completely insane, psychopaths, sociopaths, out of their damn mind, and they coming to get rid of you, the evidence, getting rid of the consequence, trying to get rid of consequence. But we know no one's exempt from consequence. If they get rid of you, it come in another form. That's something that they don't know. That's why it said they swallow a gnat. It said they kill a gnat, something like that. Let me see. Hold on, give me a second, brothers. Right, yeah, that's what it said. It said you blind guides. Like, if you're guiding something, you blind guides. You strain out a gnat but swallow a camel. You see? That's what it means. They had no fear of consequence. They didn't give a damn. They just do anything. Kill. And don't think about the consequence that's adding up, that they're building up. All the stuff that's coming their way. So they do all these little things and it adds up to a camel in their stomach. And now they got a real big situation going on. And that's what's going to take place. They don't give a damn. You see? Because, like I said, they're like a cat back in the corner. They ain't got no option but to go all gas, no brakes. You see? They got no choice because their fate is hell. You see? They got nothing to lose. And you going out. The people they hate the worst is going off to paradise to go make paradise, and they didn't want you to have nothing, and they terrorized and tortured you past imaginable, couldn't even fathom what they did to you, and they had everything to their disposal, and they terrorized and tortured you day in, day out, and now here they are about to receive hell, and you about to leave out and go make paradise? Are you kidding me? They gonna kill you. They add that up in your mind, brothers and sisters. You look what they did to you and they had everything. Now they about to have nothing. Imagine that. That's why I said, under time of unprecedented trouble, a time like no other, never will there be. Worse than our own experience. Worse than the Holocaust. Worse than murder, rape, torture, torment, decapitation, hung, burnt, cooked, ate, all that. Being sold up, being stitched up, children fed together, caged, pit, head bashed open. You see? This situation is really disturbing, brothers and sisters. It says our people's lives are lost from not understanding this information. Because you got people in the way. You got Louis Farrakhan in the way. That's what demons do. But you got people that's original in the way, blocking the message. Time makers, people holding on to right, lost in time, holding on to the past, can't let go. You see, holding on to what Elijah Muhammad said, which is not the message for this day and time. You understand? He's done what he's done, and now we moved on, so we can get. You see, this was the time of Joshua, the time of Jesus, the time of the Son of Man, the time of the messenger of the covenant, who would take us home. See, who the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was preparing the way for, but then Farrakhan came, who deceived the saints for 42 years. It said, let no man deceive you, and they got deceived. So that's why our people lost from lack of knowledge. You got people that's in the way. You got demons. You got our people who helping Louis Farrakhan. Helping him, you see? Helping a demon, a leech, human leech, build his paradise. Put him in mansions. Put him in Bentleys and all these damn things. And helping, then became his army. You see? So you got all type of people in the way. People that's blocking the message. Vipers, traitors, sellouts, dreamers, people that straight completely confusing our people and misleading them down the wrong road. And this is the thing. No one's talking about this. If it's not the messenger of the covenant and those with him, no one's talking about this. And this is what should be the highlight. The abomination, desolation. Your life is in danger. But they're not talking about it because they don't know a damn thing and they don't believe in it. You see, they're disbelievers. They don't believe in the message of Allah. They don't believe in the message of God because this is the word of God. This is the greatest sign in history that false Israel is about to be destroyed. And this is information our people need to know to save their lives. But you got people in the way, people blocking the message, people not spreading the message, people hesitating to jump on the battlefield. And they understand exactly what the hell we're talking about. And they chose to sit there on the sidelines and do nothing. See, it says that blood, our people's lives that are lost, that blood to be on their hands. And they be fully accountable. You see? So brothers and sisters, get out of there. Get out of the devil's communities. Get out of their neighborhoods. Get out of. If you're in the bed with them, you're in trouble. But still get out of the bed with them. Get out of there. Get into the inner cities. We're going to gather up as a great army. And they're going to come against you. But we got all the tools you need. Bring you up to speed. Get you everything you need to have the high pressure. This is a lower pressure reality. And we got the highest pressure. High pressure eliminate low pressure. This will be the information that's going to help you get out of here. You understand? The sister's way is already paved with gold. They got nothing to worry about. Y'all going out with the Son of Man and the elect. When the God come deliver them. Y'all out of here. The sisters did their job. They birthed our nation. They kept our nation alive. We ain't gonna keep talking about it. They got it. When you see a sister, you tell her ways paved with gold and tell her to get with those prophetess. They bring them up to speed and do everything else. And they out of here. Brothers are going through tribulations, but you're going to need information. From the 7 churches, 7 thunders, you don't need this information. You don't need the 5 mathematical pillars of Islam. We're going to give it to you. You see? If you don't need it, to get out of here. To elevate past the devil's thinking. To get out of this reality, to make it to the next reality, which is the hereafter. Make it to the promised land. Get the hell out of here. Save your life. Invest in your vision to save your life. But if you invest in this world's life, you don't get nothing. You see? You don't get the hereafter. There's no hereafter for you. You lose your life. Because this reality is going down. It's about to be burnt up. And anything that's invested in this reality is going to be burnt up along with yourself if you're still here. You understand? Because America's about to be nuked. About to be uninhabitable. Never to be a nation again. You understand? So this is what they should tell you about. Don't invest in America. Don't invest in the American dream. Invest in yourself. Invest in your vision. Invest in the Abrahamic covenant. Invest in getting your ass out of here. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, I'm going to bring this to a close. Thank you for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum.